Cultivating, beautiful people! Are you thriving? Are you surviving? What's happening your side of the world? Welcome to Awakening with Professor Ez's podcast. In this podcast, we will start to dive in much deeper into the strategies, the energy tools, and practical solutions with a fun, dynamic energy. And I am Professor S, aka Sisodia. I am a healer, mentor, coach, awakening facilitator, and also a Reiki practitioner. Okay, beautiful people, let's get on with today's episode. Grand rising, beautiful people. Yes, this is your boy Professor S in the house and
the soul designer.
Alright, bro, what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about a balancing act, specifically navigating chaos as an entrepreneur.
Oh, you know what? Navigating chaos as an entrepreneur has been going on for hundreds of years.
Yeah, too long.
Like even getting this ready today was chaos.
It was just a nightmare. Just one thing after another.
Oh, tell me about it. Like literally, like I was like, I'm renovating my house at the moment, and I can't find the things that I usually find because usually I'm a man of structure and order. And even my sleep was broken yesterday.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. And then I realized how mindful I have to be in terms of, all right, being organized in disorganized mess.
I don't know, man. Just getting through all this chaos to even get here is just... Sometimes people can thrive in chaos, but then when you have like too much chaos and you know how to deal with it, it gets a little annoying.
True. But for you, chaos is your middle name at the moment.
Yeah, I'm trying to replace it.
I know, it's because of years of practice and years of conditioning that you have that chaos is your biggest learners.
No, I don't like chaos anymore. I think I need a change of pace.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we go through life, sometimes what happens is we learn two ways. Either we learn by the signs or we learn by the pain, which is aka chaos. Because we learn more in it. That's why your natural chaotic in your life is because that's where you learn the most.
I guess people, when push comes to shove, they start acting up. They have no choice, isn't it? When it comes to pain, you have to deal with it. When you're just you're seeing signs, you're like, okay, I'm
you do it tomorrow.
I'll do it tomorrow.
That's my point. That's literally my point. So when you see the sign, go and apply for that job. Go make a connection call. Oh no, I'll do it tomorrow. Why? Because it's not as important. It's not a precedent factor. It's not do or die. When you're in a chaos now, when someone's coming at you, about to punch you, you're going to stand there and take the hit or you're going to move.
Could say, come back tomorrow, punch me tomorrow.
Yeah, but that's not, you come on now. It's not going to go back like that. You're not going to say, oh, can you do this tomorrow?
Yeah.
Come on now.
No, I'm just messing.
That's my point. When you're faced with that pain and adversity,
I'm finding that, you know what, alright, fair enough. I'm taking signs, but the chaos is still ensuing.
Okay. What is right now, when you connect with the chaos in your life, what is it really trying to teach you?
I've been actually thinking about that. I've been thinking about it yesterday. I read a passage from SJ's book, Awakening. And part of it was realizing like, all right, you've got your challenges, but instead of just blaming, I don't know, someone else or just being like, why me?
Yeah.
Try to look at your challenges as something where it's a learning moment. So I've been like, today the thing is, as an entrepreneur, you might have chaos in your business, but I'm having chaos in my business, chaos in my personal life, chaos with my other project. Is essentially chaos everywhere.
Okay.
So, but I'm trying to think like, what is it that I'm not doing here that's causing this chaos? And what is this chaos trying to teach me?
Okay. So when I connect with the energy of it, it feels very much about timing.
Part of it can be timing, but today I feel like my timing was in order, but it still felt very time sensitive.
Yeah, because if you think about the projects you're working on, tight deadlines, you're used to being relaxed and having time. Hence why, you're a bit rushed. You're a bit, and those little things create a different nuances in your body. And naturally you feel, I don't feel as aligned.
I guess in terms of like deadlines and stuff, they're usually just motivated for you to get things done quickly.
True, but not every deadline is a motivator for everyone else in the audience that's watching us.
Fair enough.
But for you specifically, it probably is because you like to know where you stand, what time you got, and you just do it.
Yeah. Because you give me all the time in the world, I probably won't get something done. But if you give me a deadline, I'll get it done.
Yeah, exactly. So that being said, it's really interesting from my point. When I have chaos, I have to go into Zen mode. I have to be like, okay, what's the quality question? All right, this is the process I do. I literally put my hand on my heart, take a deep breath in, and I always breathe from the nose, because from the nose, your breathing is different when you breathe from the mouth. Because you think about it, the mouth is all about where you eat, chew, speak. With your nose, it's just there to it's a passageway.
Yeah. So
I literally just close my eyes and literally like think about what my challenges are. So right now, it could be, I'm in that space of everything's time sensitive. I have to manage my partners. I have to manage my house at the moment. What is it really teaching me? As I just really close my eyes, I can visually see it's all about me understanding that this too shall pass and that I have to attend to my responsibilities, but I also have to communicate that to my team and myself and be okay in the mess. That's what it's telling me right now, because naturally I like things to be in certain orders. But when things are not in order, I like, all right, I get a bit more like antsy, a bit more direct in my communication.
No, yeah, it's understandable.
True. And then when I understand that, then I realize, okay, what's great about these challenges? Once I can answer that question, what's great about it, then I know I've leveled up. Because if you can't find what's great in your chaos, then what happens is that chaos becomes that ceiling that you can't break. If you can't break that ceiling, what happens?
You just fall back down again.
Exactly. So you end up in a cycle just here. Just say that's your bit. Just say you're working a 9 to 5 and you're an entrepreneur. But because you can't break the entrepreneur barrier, what happens?
You just tumble back down to your 9 to 5.
Yeah, exactly. But you still be practicing your entrepreneurship.
But you won't reach the level you want.
Exactly, because you have to learn how to coincide both at the same time.
Yeah.
So, like, that's a challenge I have right now, is where I work a 9 to 5 and I'm on the entrepreneur journey. But I take the entrepreneur mindset into the job. So I make my 9 to 5 worthwhile. Yeah. I get the skills, I get the accolades where I can and the work I can do. So then whatever I can do in corporate, I can implement that in my entrepreneur journey. If you notice at College Ascension, we've got a team of 5 now.
Yeah.
When we first started, how many of it was it?
Just me and you.
Yeah, exactly. Now we've got a team of 5.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah, and even just a short period of time, I noticed I've had to step up a bit more and do things differently to what I normally would do.
Yeah, like you're starting to become a facilitator, you're starting to do ABCs, you're starting to, hold people's space. You're not that student no more where you don't know what the basics are.
Yeah.
Even though you do enjoy it.
I miss being a student.
Yeah, because being a student is easy. It's like going to secondary school or high school when you're in year 7 to year 11. All you have to think about is turn up to class, do some piece of work, some assessments, and you talk to your boys, you have fun, gallivant.
Yeah.
That's a simple life. But here as an entrepreneur, what do you have to go through? Think about the basics.
Oh, you got to go through a lot. You got to go through setting up your business, then making sure you're visible, knowing what you're selling, then talking to people to get your products out there, making content for visibility, then making sure your payments are all set up properly, go through branding, then maybe website.
Exactly.
There's a lot to think about.
Think about what we had to go through. We started with nothing. Now we've got website, podcast, group programs, individual programs. Now we're going to a point where we're going to do live events.
Yeah. It's all, yeah.
But can you see the progression as entrepreneurs for us?
Yeah, we just started off with an idea, isn't it?
We started with an idea, we had that passion, we had that natural trust.
Yeah.
And But do you see what the chaos we have now compared to when we first started?
I get what you're saying, but for me now, the chaos is a bit more difficult to deal with because I'm dealing with different aspects of chaos. Before, the only chaos really was like we got an idea, there's a lot to do, but now there's a lot to do in my personal life, there's a lot to do with my emotions, a lot to do with my business, the COA, and then other projects I'm working on.
That's the point.
It's like a real umbrella just shut open.
That's the point. But when you first started, you didn't have that mindset that you have now. You're not that same person.
No. I do know what my challenges are trying to teach me. All this chaos is trying to just teach me like detachment and being in between. Because normally I'm very black or white. Something either is or isn't.
Yeah.
And as much as I hate what's happening with me right now, at least emotionally, I feel like I'm being forced to exist in a middle state. Something where nothing is or isn't.
Yeah.
Truly just being present. Even right now, I hate it. I say it. But yeah, that's just...
So what part of you hates it?
Well, I like knowing things.
Okay. But when
either something is or isn't, I like knowing it.
True.
So if I know if I have to put in that effort, or I can just back away and then just focus on something else.
Yeah. But when you're on the entrepreneurial space, you're dealing with more energies than you usually are. When you do a 9 to 5, you're dealing with energies, but you know that it's just a work only.
Yeah.
And your work doesn't come home with you.
I mean, if you bring it home, sure. But yeah.
No, generally.
When I mean your work doesn't come home, I mean like there are people that will bring their work problems home.
True. But
that's beside the point, yeah.
That's not, I mean, the actual physical work. But as an entrepreneur, your work, you are your work.
Yeah. Your work's always constant.
That's why, if you think about the chaos, you're naturally having anxieties and depressions in your entrepreneur journey. Ladies and gentlemen, I kid you not, as you go embark on this journey as an entrepreneur or a professional, you start to understand who you're becoming in your stresses. The key component right now when you're in your stresses is about you understanding who do you want to become and learning how to deal with those stresses. Hence why you have to create that muscle memory.
Yeah.
That's why I'm able to manage the team that we have. Because I understand it's not, the work will never get done and you'll never be finished. Because it's a continual cycle. It's an eternity.
It's always something to be done, isn't it?
Exactly. So then I go to the point, all right, do I really need to stress out about it, or do I just need to communicate in a way where, all right, let's just get the ball rolling?
Yeah.
When I set the intention, all right, get it done. All right, so have you done this? Have you spoke to the community manager? Spoke to the rest of the team? Now everything's shifted because it's not reliant just on me and you.
Yeah, it's true.
So we naturally have to level up.
Yeah.
Because people are depending on us.
Yeah.
And it's no different from a father, where the father has to protect and provide for his family. But he still has to go through the mundaneness of things he doesn't like, but in order to put food on the table, pay the bills, so everyone in the house is sheltered.
No, yeah, you got a point there.
So it's very similar journeys, being a father and being an entrepreneur. How you deliver your entrepreneurship and your products and your service and all that, and learning how to work in the chaos. That's the internal journey of how to sit in that chaos and be like, okay, what do I need to do now? What's the most important thing in this hour? And you go from hour to hour to hour. Because when you go too holistic and go too broad, then you lose your day to day. But when you go in your day, what do I need to entail today for myself is easier to break down.
No, yeah, that's true. It just sometimes it's a lot of added stressors that you weren't anticipating, and then maybe you have a schedule, but then it changes based on the day to day.
Yeah, so part of your job is to adapting a lot.
Yeah.
And you're good at adapting, don't get me wrong, but you're learning to adapt in the adaptation, which can be difficult. Even your side, just to, and it feels like always changing again and again and again and again.
Yeah, I feel like there's massive changes every month, and I feel like I'm adapting all the time. Sometimes it's just nice to have something stable for once.
I think that would change once you start, working a bit, having more structures in your life. I'm sure that will entail next coming months for you.
Yeah. I know another round of big changes are coming, and I'm just trying to be ready for it. I don't know what they are, how they look, but guess we'll wait and see.
Yes, we'll wait and see. Ladies and gentlemen, so I want you to, I'm going to teach, I'll give you a little exercise. So what I want you to do is get a pen and paper, pause this podcast or video, YouTube, wherever you are in the world, and get a pen and paper and write down chaos in the middle and pick 3 things you have chaos in your life right now. And then once you do, I want you to give it a number between 1 and 11. I want you to give it a color, and I want you to give it a body part. Where do you feel it in your body? I want you to just, when you're doing it in your body, I want you to just close your eyes and just take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then you just literally ask yourself, if I can feel the chaos of, just say, for this example, building my business, where can I see, sense, or imagine it? Right now, when I connect with it, I can feel it in my stomach. What number does it feel? Feels like a 6. What color is it? Dark blue. So when I'm really connecting with that 6 chaotic energy of my business, it's really telling me about, so blue represents communication, 6 represents creation. So I have to be creative in my communication to feel more steady in my chaos. And literally my guidance system just told me I have to be creative. I literally, that's all it takes, is literally doing that process on an hourly basis, and literally you find that zen. And what happens is, as entrepreneurs, in the first 2 years of your business, 80% of it fails.
Yeah.
That's a stat. And in order to get yourself above that curve, you have to line in who you are. You have to focus on the internal emotional part. And you always got to remember why you build a business. Why? Because your why is your natural motivators and your drivers. The how and the what are the questions of, how to build the branding, how to do that, how to get yourself out there. But the why is always why you first started.
Yeah, that's true.
So I go into, all right, so as you're still following me, and I'll ask the quality question is, why do I need to focus on the communication and be creative in this blue energy? Because no one message is a divine message. And my guidance system just literally saying, just keep creating new subtopics so then people can relate to you and talk about more problem-based and not the how-to so much. Okay, so my guidance system is they need more relatability. In order to be relatable, they need to know that what your challenges are. Because people don't buy into your how. People buy into what you've gone through and what your problems are. Oh, I can relate to that. Yeah. Maybe he can help. So when you start with entrepreneurship, you really want to build what your problems are and what problems you deal with.
Yeah.
For instance, now, with the clients we work with, everyone's challenges they have is dealing with anxiety and having feeling fear of their past.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so my job right now is to teach everyone how to find confidence and intuitively lead everyone to finding peace in where they are. If you think about your past now, does it haunt you as much?
Not as much as it used to.
Okay, do you feel like you're more in control of how your past shows up in your life?
Actually, not at the moment still.
Okay.
For me, when I look at my past, I'm just like, I feel like there's still elements I need to make peace of it. Like I feel certain moments and I'm like, I know I was happy, but then I wouldn't want to be back there again. Okay,
there you go. But do you feel panicked on it when you think about past? Do you feel like, oh my god, I can't deal with it?
No. mostly at peace with it. Part of it is just accepting that my past is my
All right,
past.
so
It happened, it
just to
happened.
simplify it, on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 you're full at peace with your past.
I'd say 5.
Okay, and what was it before?
I would say about 8.
There you go. That 4 levels down is progression.
Mm.
That's how you measure it. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't improve what you can't measure.
Yeah, it's true.
And while we're in this chaos, it's literally about how we measure from day to day and then go from week to week. And then you start to understand your results even more. But ladies and gentlemen, let us know in the comments down below, whether it's on YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, or on Instagram. Just DM us of how you're feeling, what chaos are you feeling in your entrepreneurship, and let us know any guidance that we said really helped you, and let me know about the process. Honestly, ladies and gentlemen, do the process. Let me know how your anxiety is feeling towards your chaos and where your business is and how you're truly becoming the best version. Here at the College Ascension, we're really about ascending you to your greatness. But with ascension comes what?
More problems.
Exactly. You get more problems. It's like what Biggie says. More money, what?
More money, more problems.
There you go. But what happens is, with that line, what he's really saying is, consciously, is the more you level up, the more challenges you have.
Definitely, yeah.
So as an entrepreneur, you step up, but it's like, how many people do you lead? How many sales are you making? Have they done the bare minimum? And in order to do that, you have to lead.
Yeah.
I can't sit back and be like, yeah, you do this. No, you do that. I can't do that, can I? I have to lead by example.
Yeah, that's true.
So imagine I'm sitting here and be like, all right, I don't know what to do. Every day to you. Are you going to be part of the vision?
I mean, probably.
Be brutally honest.
I could help you with the direction. I'd give it a shot. But then if you were unwilling to change, I'd be gone.
If I said you be the leader and I'll be second to you.
No, that wouldn't work, would it?
Why not? You can lead. I'll just follow you.
Yeah, because I'm still learning as we go. I'm not at that same level yet.
Okay. And then what will happen then in that case? Like just hypothetically.
Well, I'd have a lot more work to do.
Okay. And what does that entail for you? When you say a lot more work, tell the audience as well. Literally tell the audience what work you would have if you were the lead of what we do.
Well, in terms of what I already do, I'd have to lead the clubhouse, I'd have to lead the team meetings, I'd have to lead the group, I'd have to film content on my own as well as edit it and then extra copyright. Yeah.
How does it feel when you actually hear that?
Well, my mind is already like, right, there's too much work.
Okay.
I know my body will find a way to manage it, but then still it's just it's too much.
Exactly, but that's my point. So you have to learn how to delegate.
Yeah. I know how to delegate.
Yeah, but can you see how your consciousness kicked in? So I have to do this.
No, yeah. I mean, I'm just saying more things on my plate. I know how to delegate.
True, but But that's what I'm saying.
It's just part of my challenges when I delegate. People don't do as good of a job.
Well, this is where you fine tune the communication in terms of work.
Yeah, but then when you got to go back and check stuff and then micromanage, it just
part
I'm just like, I'll just do it myself.
Yeah, but then you'll never have a team.
Yeah, but no, I get where you're going.
Do you see what I mean? To build a vision, you need a team. If you want to go somewhere fast, you do it on your own. But if you want to build somewhere great and further into the vision and all that, you need a team. You always need a team.
No, but the team comes in to fulfill the roles that you can't do, right? Like in terms of like graphics, I do that because you can't. In terms of the spiritual healing and being at the forefront, you do that at the moment because I can't. And then in terms of managing the community and all that, a community manager does it, Patty, but
yeah,
it's not something I could do at the moment and something you have the capacity to do consistently.
But that's what I mean. It's little thieving things. But that's the point. You're literally like, all right, when you think about it, you can actually delegate things that not your strengths and what your weaknesses are to others where they just uplift you. That's the point. I don't when I go into it, I'm more about, all right, how do I get the best out of the whole vision? How do I thrive in my best asset? I'm only looking at my strengths, and I work on my weaknesses here and there on certain parts.
Yeah, you got a point. Yeah.
That's why I'm not looking at like the level of work of the if it's professional or not so much. That's more because you're an artist.
Yeah.
And that's your
caliber when you
isn't it? But when exactly it requires a different skill sets and pool. So when you're on your entrepreneur journey, you have to look at what's your best assets, and are you working on your strengths, or are you trying to work on your weakness but not really activating your strengths.
Yeah.
So that's the point. Like, it's like understanding who we are in the chaos.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that actually wraps up our episode for today. Please like, subscribe to our channel. We'd love to have any more comments. Also, share this with anyone that you know. And also, remember, as an entrepreneur professional that you are not alone. You have Professor S and the Soul Designer here. We can truly help you in understanding your core messages.
Yes.
All right. Send you love and light, and let's go out and smash it. Come on, son. Thank you for joining myself and Sukhdev on the podcast. It's been absolutely our pleasure to really serve your souls and really give you the insights of how you can cultivate more fun, dynamic energy and receive things with ease and grace. Also, please leave a review down below on Trustpilot of how you felt with it, and your words of wisdom will help another soul with creating more love and wisdom. And also, if you're looking to gain more clarity, blast through your limit beliefs, book a session with myself where we dive in much deeper in terms of the energy tools, the mindset and the strategies to really live your best life and really cultivate who you truly meant to become. This is Professor signing off. Keep rising your greatness, keep aligning your highest, and let's go smash it. Come on, son!